home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This is taken at his 4. On 1st and 10, Smith. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Smith. Jordan Reed has it. And he's going to skins first.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back.
And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Clay Matthews in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. Off of play action, here's Smith. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play, Smith to Crowder, and even 40 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll run with Thompson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Richardson. That's good for a Redskin 1st down. Richardson on the reception from Smith. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. They run it here with Thompson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult.
3rd and about 4 for a 1st. A shotgun snap for Smith. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Muhammad Wilkerson able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. And Hopkins' kick is no good. It's wide to the left, and this will remain a scoreless game. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Tackle made there by Mason Foster.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Rodgers to throw on second down. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that. But a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear in diving, but they would split too easily in the course of a game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart and started adding to it, and here we are today.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Now Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. Janikowski good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Out to kick is Janikowski. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Redskins now. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the penalty, it's Jones. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Hey, 626.
On second down, here's Rodgers. Flushed out right. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Let's go, come on.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuff from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
He's going to get it running right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Janikowski adds the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Out to kick is Janikowski. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Thompson, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
He's going to look deep down the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Dancing to his left. Launching one for Henderson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now. Showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. 2nd and 10, Smith again. Out to the left here to Reed. Give him 30 yards there.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Throw left side is complete to Reed. 23 yards on the play.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Thompson. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 2nd down, here's Smith. Being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Clay Matthews in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. From the gun, here's Smith. Escaping the pressure right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. A dump underneath to Jones. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Caught on the right side by Adams. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Rodgers now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. And again, it's Rodgers. Buying time to his left. That one taken in by Carlos Henderson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Hey, 626.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Adams. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And Janikowski bangs it through. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. A beautiful fake. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. Patriots continuing to roll, opening their lead up even further. That'll be a game to monitor as we go along. Will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead. And he puts it through. Out to kick is Janikowski. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Redskins offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, 626.
On first down, Rodgers. Flush to his right. And incomplete. Davante Adams, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Hey, 626. Yeah, Liz. Hey, 626.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. And an alley to run. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him to first.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
Rodgers now on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Adams. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on. Yeah, Liz. Jumbo!
Rodgers now on first down. That's complete right around the 8. This carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, but not much room to operate. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll pitch it out to Jones. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Packers continue to roll. Janikowski good with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Out to kick is Janikowski. Jackson now to return. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Muhammad Wilkerson in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. The Redskins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Just beating the play clock. Smith eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Here's Tressway now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The road to be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Over the middle, he finds Henderson complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there at 22.
Zoom.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
Hey, check 26.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Henderson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Rodgers now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards up.